describe to me the digging a little bit more into the guests. So, what are the kinds of positions in companies that these people who would make a great guest for you occupy in companies or in organizations?
Yeah, from the business perspective, and bear with me with my voice, from the business or the ideal customer profile, certainly folks in the C-suite would be of value. People who are responsible for sales or service in their organizations, people who are responsible for getting product out the door. These would all be great people to talk to. From an influencer perspective, quite frankly, I'm wide open. Some of my greatest stories have come from two different aspects in the business world that on the surface you wouldn't think would help each other, but when they got together, they had tremendous success. One example being friends of mine from a group called Philadelphia Youth Networks in the Philadelphia area that help youth with jobs during the summer and not just your typical part-time jobs. And we had an introduction between them and the folks at UPS. And on the surface, you would say, what would UPS and Philadelphia Youth Networks have in common? And the conclusion was they ship packages and Philadelphia Youth Networks ships experiences. So once they agreed to that, there was some real great synergy between the two.
Wait a minute. One ships packages, that's obvious, and the other one ships experiences. That's the youth network. So, and what was the synergy? In how did they come together?
So as much as UPS shared a lot of insights as to how they manage supply chain, the goal, right, is to have the package reach the destination with the intended or greater than expected results. So maybe it shows up early. Everybody expects it to show up not damaged. Everybody expects it to show up in a place that's safe. On the people side, most people expected or expect, hey, maybe we can make a couple dollars. It'll teach somebody the purpose of hard work. But where they excelled was in teaching them skills that would go above and beyond, and no disrespect to working in the more traditional part-time jobs like a restaurant or a retail store. But what happened was they were able to deliver for the kids and for the parents expectations above and beyond that. We're talking about kids. I saw 4 teenage girls spend an entire summer and research the impact of advertising in fashion magazines on young teenage girl behaviors. So that was way above and beyond the expected shipment, if you were to kind of translate to that back to UPS. So that's where they came together, even though on the surface they would appear to be very different. Does that make sense?
Right, right. So this reminds me of a story that I heard a long time ago. Um, you and I go back a long time in this tech world. Do you remember a man by the name of Scott McNealy?
I do not know or remember the name Scott McNealy. No.
He was the CEO of Sun Microsystems.
Ah, yes, I know Sun very well.
Yeah. So you know that Sun Microsystems is the company that created Java.
Yes, for sure.
You know how Java was created?
I do not.
Scott McNealy comes up with this idea to create something. So what he does is he goes, picks a handful of developers that he knows who are good. And he says, guys, here, I rented this place. It's for you. You're going to have anything you want. Just go in there and come up with something. So he put these people together with no agenda, no real mandated like way of doing things, and they could have anything they wanted. And in the process, guess what they kept doing?